What's up, guys? Today I have some really big news. I mean, for me it's big news. It's something I've been working really hard on for the last couple of weeks, but I have finally officially released my own clothing brand. I've been working very hard on getting it up and getting it started and working on designs, and it's finally just released within the last week or so. Now, there isn't many items to look at, there isn't many different clothing things. I'm slowly releasing them, slowly getting them done, but the best thing is I actually have it released, and that is something that I am overjoyed about. I will leave the link in the description below, so if you're interested in taking a look, the link will be there for you to check it out in the description underneath the video. Today we're going to be looking at more H.P. Lovecraft immaculate games. Now, I love lore, I love mystery, I love horror, I love psychological, I love survival, and quite clearly the people that watch the videos do too. So today we're going to be checking out this game, which again has a lot of content. A lot of people have played it and I've watched a lot on it, so it's something that I find really enjoyable, something that I really enjoy watching, so I thought it would be good for me to get some content out there to see if you would enjoy it and enjoy my take on the game. This is Call of Cthulhu. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. And looks like we're in a intestine graveyard. Where are we? Oh fucking hell, that's a shock. That'd shock any man if any man saw that close. Jesus Christ. Let's creep out of here. I like this. The ambience is amazing. If you're not wearing headsets, you're not doing it right. So remember to wear your headset, and that way you can feel engrossed and intertwined into just how well this game sounds and looks with headsets on. Now, this looks like a butcher shop for sharks. Is that a shark? No, that's like a piranha. Has it got teeth? Yeah, it has. That piranha? That's not a shark. It's not the same shape as that. That's got to be a piranha or something like that. This is like a butcher shop. What the hell have they been eating in here? C to crouch. Okay, that's lots. So crouch, I'm guessing through here. There's a door over there. Can we get through it? Let's have a look. No, it's locked. Quite obviously we need to find something to open the door with. Let's have a look around. There's a light over there, so counter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Okay. That sounds like the sink in the water. Hello? No? Whoa. The fuck was that? Wait, hold on. Is that a giant shark over there? What the hell is that? Can we get a look at that? Can we get closer? No? Oh. Item obtained. Bolt cutters. Okay, so now we can open this door, I presume. Hello? Open. Whoa.
Hold along. Fate inescapable.
I'm guessing that's supposed to be ringing through my head. Like some kind of teleconnect power, no? No, we can't open this door. Okay, that's where we come from. There's a hole in the floor. Okay. Let's go this way through. There is a killer whale. What managed to kill a killer whale, an orca, a apex predator of the ocean. And it's
Fight. You have been chosen.
chopped to bits over there. Okay. This door? It's gotta be this door.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Where are their faces? There's a bit of a... They all look like Voldemort. Oh. Okay, that's not good. Oh fuck, you see me? He's coming up. Fuck. Oh, it was a dream, okay.
I hate whiskey.
Oh. Pierce investigation agency place discovered.
I wonder why
Sleeping
I
pills.
still take these things.
So, sleeping pills. The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now their effects have been wearing off. J. Pierce. Okay, that's a skill tree. Sanity. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He's one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion. American units suffered heavy losses from the enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold the position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumed sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Sanity, stable, confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind. You can conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts. Your convictions and perception of reality, your conclusions are logical and reliable. Okay. Drink water. Places. Pierce Investigation Agency. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, so cause disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Lost Battalion lighter, a mould light that I engraved in the memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Wait, knowledge, and that's the sleeping pills. Okay, let's have a look around.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Case solved. The bar owner hyped me didn't like the way I closed the case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot you can do against the private detective who's got proof against you. True.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
I suppose.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never said that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader. Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
No.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
No. Missions. The Doctor, Pierce Investigation Agency. The Doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What name this creature is calling me? What do we say? No, that's not drink. I feel that's a bad idea. Do I have to turn off the radio? Oh, hello. Someone bibbing at me from outside? Okay. Let's answer this, okay.
I'm listening.
Some
Are
telephone.
you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
She needs my private information. Oh, okay, I see this is like a leveling up skill tree. So let's go. Investigation's already at 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. So let's level up. like that. The other ones, it says here that occult represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chance of determining the use of origin of occult artifacts and of expressing your knowledge of myth. But you can only level it up by finding books, it says, look. So I can't level these ones up yet, I've got to find books to do. So let's validate that.
Thank you for this information,
Mr. Pierce.
Our files will soon be up to date. And
Has that typical
on a related
old school
matter,
American accent.
may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness.
Wait,
Or
that
if,
looks
on
like
the
it, doesn't it?
contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
No, have a look at this one.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it's unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son Simon. I've got all that. Let's double check it in the notebooks. And I read all that. Okay, let's have a look at this painting.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
I'm a private investigator, not an art critic.
I guess you're not as clever as you think, then. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Okay.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Okay.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Oh yeah, that's all I need. I've done that.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Let's do this.
Darkwater. I think of natural sciences. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidence of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long abandoned caves. Was it a seer or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts?
All I have to do is go to the port.
The Learned of Medicine, a dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details symptoms and suitable treatment.
I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting on the shipping label and address at a warehouse set on the dock to the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be starting point for Pierce's investigation. Building up that suspenseful tune, that suspenseful music. I like it.
almost there.
This looks rather dark, eerie and gloomy. A lovely place to go to. That's even worse now seeing it.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Kind of deck look like that.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Cool, let's do this. Let's have a look. Milagro. What is that a killer whale on the shore?
Can't go any
What the hell?
faster. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Don't treat me like another one of these locals. You're completely overwhelmed, and you could do with reinforcements.
Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking? That you can call the National Guard to an island like Darkwater? For a stranded fish? Gosh darn, Mr. Not like another one of these locals. Go give your valuable advice somewhere else, huh? Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You
Probably
can't
should check the
understand. Don't
description
put
there.
that.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
Don't put that beast back in
probably
the
should check
water.
the
You
description
shut.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist
is.
would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Let's go see what's going on over here.
Hey, you'll get us into trouble.
You're already in trouble.
There's nothing for you here
Sort
either.
this out.
Beat
You can
it.
see he's half drunk.
No,
There's nothing to sort out. Your chum.
guess we're not going over that way then.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
No, no one here want to chat. No, no. Okay. Spitting on the floor in someone else's bar. Disgusting.
Hey, be careful.
That's a good way to let a man know you mean business. I mean our business.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Look
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
You do, you do.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Thanks for the information. Now I know she's a woman.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Fair play.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
That's a good point.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Let's gonna find out.
That'll be all for now.
Let's go have a look around. What we got here?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting. The Miraculous Catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Shanty, 21st May 1847. Miraculous Catch. The Skiller returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We are giving up hope. The crew of the Skiller, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the Miraculous Catch covered the whole deck and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of the perilous catch, but also of its meat unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop or storage activities. You can contact him via your favourite newspaper or visit him at the dock, Special even at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all of the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the Miraculous Catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate.
You have no right to treat us like this.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
The end of whaling.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course. They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the Miraculous Catch.
Exactly.
What is
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the Miraculous Catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Stranger. She looks
What you
interesting.
looking at, stranger?
I'm just passing by. Sorry.
Let me drink, stranger. I told you to be.
I feel like I want to say something else to her, but I just said that. Let's see if there's anything else to talk to Mitch.
You again.
Yeah, I'm back. Oh, I've done a little saying.
I read the article on the Miraculous Catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. They saved Darkwater from famine.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
That's fair.
You seem to know Charles Hawkins.
Well, we all knew she and
Yeah, I've already seen that bit.
I've got what I need.
anything.
That'll be...
Alright. Looks like we've got everything we need from inside here, I think. Where to now? Talk to Fitzroy. Can't go that way. Been over there. Guess we're going in here. And being a detective, I'm going to run around the whole place first.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Anything?
A souvenir from a more the Scylla. It finished up
quick.
beached at
What's this? The second volume teaches ethics and good practice to middle
the entrance to the harbor.
Medicine, free progression. We'll do that after. For now, it's going to look around the whole inside. We got
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
in this photograph, a man who looks like Catfish is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Close.
What a macabre souvenir.
Macabre. I don't know what that means. I have to look that up. I don't know what macabre means. What you got from Mr. Fitzroy? Hello? I've got to come around here.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
No, okay, over here.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907 is the partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Anything else? Nothing? What about in here?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payments. Carrier. Cat.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
James Fitzroy.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Of course they do.
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the Miraculous Catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder. I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Okay. Lovely. It's right there.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I was looking at your photograph, the one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I might do.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
I am.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
True. I would have done that.
The Miraculous Catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I did that already.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Alrighty.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Will do. I can now get through the dock.
Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
I was going to say this guy could be talked to. No? Okay. How about down here, him? No? Okay. Down here? Anything interesting down here? Ooh. Guess not.
Damnation! I broke it.
No, that wasn't smart, was it? Whoa, what's this?
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Let's get that up a few knots. Cool. Does the patron saint of Wales and whales and whalers still protect the sailors of Dartwater? Visibly, there were other gods before St. Brendan, and their worshippers do not seem to be of this opinion. The locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult. Is that from the extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective? Wait, did I read all that? Hold on. There's another clue, wasn't there? Okay, I looked at all that. I looked at that. Knowledge. And that's the medicine books I read. Okay, so that's all I can do with that part. I don't know what that was, but it sounded like a big boat horn. No, these two. I talked to these two bootleggers, if that's what they are, or whatever they're called.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
That's fair.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, boy. Let's go see what these have an opinion or.
Tell me, who's this guy?
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Me, clearly, that's why I asked.
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Very entertaining, very... Okay.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
I don't mind snitching. Or snitch.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another
This
way.
looks like a face to go, so this is where I'm going.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Okay. The only thing I think now is the front of the warehouse. Let's go. Let's go talk to this guy over here.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
I'd like to know more about the Hawkins case.
I don't think so.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again? I told you to...
No need.
I feel like there's more information I could have got from this guy, but okay.
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Ooh, this is empty now. Let's go have a look down here. Let's go talk to this guy.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Let's go ask the captain. It does get inside warehouse 36, but I want to talk to the captain and see if he knows any more information I can find out. That's my job as a detective.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
I suppose that's
You're back again. What can...
Let's see what else. Nothing. That must
I shall be on my...
So come
That
back.
must be the only information he's got for me. Member of asylum staff. Yeah. Is that a door? No? Let's go get a look inside quick. Wait, what? Despite hidden skills, you like to detect light in close range, but it's already out to found. Oh.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
What's this? Ratchet.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. A handle. It must come from these old winches. This tunnel goes under the warehouses.
Looks like we know where we're going then. Through this tunnel. Anything? Obviously, I'm going to need something else.
I could use this old.
Obviously need something else to get that to move. So what do I need? Where is it? There's got to be something else laying around somewhere, right? Let's put up this. I might light up the area a bit more. What am I missing?
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Let's go lay this on the winch then.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
Uh-huh.
Damn, I broke it.